Hey guys, and welcome to vlog number 6. Yes, it's the 6th day, and I've brought you down to Williamstown. Now, Williamstown is the first port of Melbourne, and there's a lot of history here. And as I just travel down this part here, I'm actually traveling along where Williamstown Beach is, and I might stop on the way back out and take you for a quick walk. But it's about 23 degrees. It's a lot cooler than what it has been the last few days, but it's a really, really nice day. So we're still on the western side of Melbourne, and I've got beach next to me, and there's some people out there swimming. I don't know about whether I'll be swimming in 23 degrees, but they're out there having a go. But it's a terrific little place, Williamstown. I used to come here a lot because there was great little places for coffee. It still is. My son and I would come down here and have lunch and have a walk around. There was always something to do. But it's just so nice to see people out and about and enjoying summer now. It's Monday here in Australia, and I'm still on holidays for another week, so it's relatively easy for me to get around at the moment and do these things. I think I'll see when I go back to proper work. I'm on the road a lot, so I think taking out half an hour of a day to do some footage won't be a problem. And I do go to some really cool places in my day job. So tell me in the comments, because I know now we're about 62 subscribers in, and that's not a lot, I know that. But I had none 6 days ago. So on my main channel I got a few, but on this one I didn't have any. So in the comments, the people from other countries, I know Nebraska, and I saw people there from the Netherlands, and so we've got lots of different international folk. Tell me if you're interested in Australia. Tell me the things you want to see. Now, Melbourne's virtually the biggest city in Australia now. It's just pipping. They're probably Sydney and Melbourne about the same now. They're different cultures, but I do go up to Sydney as well. Tell me in the comments what you would like to see. Are you curious what a McDonald's looks like? Are you curious what a KFC looks like here in Australia? Do you want to see how we do coffee? Because I've spent a lot of time in America, in the States, and the coffee's not like here. And I know Adam loved his piping hot caffeinated beverage, and he'd have all the different flavours. But I know Melbourne, particularly in Australia, does the best coffee. We've got the best baristas. So tell me in the comments things you want to see, and I'll try and bring them to the videos, because I do travel to country Victoria a lot in my job, and it'd be relatively easy for me to show you things that you're curious about with Australia. I've already shown an albino kangaroo a couple of days ago. I'll show you kangaroos. I'll show you emus. I'll show you things that are very unique to Australia. Koalas. So what I'm doing at the moment, I'm travelling around the edge of the bay, because for Williamstown, you'll see in a couple of minutes, Williamstown is directly across from the city, and you'll get the best views of Melbourne. Melbourne has grown a lot, grown a real lot over the last 20 years. The buildings are big. I think we've got the tallest building in Australia. I think we've got the tallest building in the Southern Hemisphere in Melbourne. So we've got a lot of unusual, big, tall skyscraper buildings in Melbourne now. Tell me what you want to see in Melbourne. Do you want to see Flinders Street? Do you want to see the casino? Tell me in the comments places you're curious about with Australia, and I'll try and bring it to you. Because I know when I'm watching Adam and Tampa J and Scott, and I've been watching a bit of Carpetbagger as well recently, and I'm watching Jordan. I'm curious about the things I haven't seen in the States. I drove the States in 2018. I had 2 months, started in New York, ended up down into Florida, right down to the Keys, back up through the Everglades. I did a lot of driving here. A lot of driving in the US. And I'm comfortable with that. But I love watching the guys go, oh, I wish I saw that. Oh, that would have been so good. And it was interesting. Adam was in Italy recently, and he got to Naples, and he didn't do Vesuvius. And the climb to Vesuvius is relatively easy, but it's really amazing, and it's not far from Pompeii. And not far from Naples, you got Sorrento and Isle of Capri. And I left comments on, you're so close, dude. You're so close to some pretty amazing Italy. But at the same time, I think he was really keen to get back to Paris to do Disneyland. So on my right-hand side here, they used to build battleships here. And for whatever reason, we don't anymore. And probably lost contracts or lost it to another state or whatever, because I know Adelaide are building ships. But they had a big infrastructure here building, I think, frigates. I'm going to park down here somewhere. I'm just going to take you to a couple, before I take you in the main part of Williamstown, I just want to take you to a couple of places, because this was the first settlement going back to 1835. John Batman, who discovered Melbourne, he created this port, and I believe it was originally called Port Harwood, and then was later renamed. Or I might park here, I think. All right, I'll see you on the street. I thought I'd bring you over here because this is actually Melbourne's first morgue, and this beautiful old bluestone structure sitting here in the middle of a shipbuilding yard is quite amazing. And there is a plaque on here. This building of local bluestone hewn by convict labour was completed in July 1859, in brackets contractor H.R. Thomas, and stood near Gem Pier until 1873, when it was re-erected on this site. Usage was discontinued in 1925. So yeah, there's a lot of history there. It's been sitting here for a long time. This is quite an old section of Williamstown over the back here. It's an industrial type area. And I mentioned a couple of minutes ago about the shipbuilding yards. So everything on this side over here is part of the shipbuilding yards, which is sitting here stagnant. It's not even getting used. Not at all. So you can see big cranes over there. There's a car coming out. So yeah, so the old shipbuilding yard is not running at all anymore. We bring the jet skis down here and have a bit of a look around, and it's quite interesting to see the infrastructure. But yeah, it's just sitting here stagnant. It has done for years now. It's like an old boat all covered up there that someone's restoring. To give you an idea where we've just been, so I've come in from this direction here. I started the video off here, and we've gone along here around the end. That's Steamworks, where the morgue was, where we saw a few moments ago. And we're currently just here in Nelson Place near the Strand. So we're gonna wander around through here, through some of the shops, and then I'll give you a bird's eye view of the city, and that'll probably be our video. This is a nice area. There's an information centre just here, shaped like a boat, because everything here is really about maritime and about boats, boat building. I don't think it's open. It's looking very dark in there. So it's a really nice park here on the weekends, because you've got all the food places across the road and you can buy ice creams and all sorts of stuff. This park is absolutely chock-a-block. Oh, there is so many people here. So where we are, you can't see it quite yet, but directly across from where we are now is the city of Melbourne. The thing is, when you're filming and you've got a little tiny screen, I'm not sure 100% what your you're capturing from my footage. We've got an old museum piece here, an old warship, similar size probably to a patrol boat, I guess. There's a ship coming in. So Melbourne's wharfs are directly across from where we are now, so if I was to keep walking out on this pier and walking across water, I'd be going straight into the wharfs. The name John Batman you'll see around Melbourne a lot, because John Batman was the guy who discovered Melbourne. Look at this. It's an oldie but a goodie. Big guns up there. I've been on it a couple of times. Always love how sailors live on ships, you know. It's cramped and it's a real hard life, but a lifestyle all the same. I see a big machine gun up there. So it's called the Castlemaine. The Castlemaine is a regional town. Actually, those of you who have put messages on or comments on my videos about the fires, they've had big fires up at Castlemaine. Harcourt, which is just next to Castlemaine, was virtually wiped out in the fires over the last few days. Pretty awful. Yeah, Harcourt was one of the towns that were wiped out with the fire. So we've got the city directly across from us. There's a cruise ship in port. It's actually a really quiet day here, obviously a Monday. There's a Thai restaurant just here. Looking good. A lot of shops here are closed now. Used to have some unusual shops here, very bohemian, you know, very magical shops. I'll see if I can find one that's still here. There's a hairdresser there, 360 barbershop. Looking quiet. But yeah, magical shops they had along here. It's like one. Out of respect, I asked permission before I just walked in and started videoing, and the owner was happy for me to do just a little bit of footage. But when you walk in, you get this beautiful scent because they've got so many aromas going on inside this store, and it's quite magical. And the people here are friendly, but the aroma is amazing. If you want to get presents, little bits of jewellery, incense, like it's all here. Got little Buddhas up the top there.
That's lovely. Yeah, make it smaller too. You can make it smaller. It's all sterling silver. Cute. What do you think?
Yeah, it's nice.
So this is right in the heart of Nelson Place, and if you're looking for presents, I mean, there's something for everybody in here. Look at that guy. How cool is that? Lots of little Buddhas. And they've got lots of books down the back as well. This will be my final stop. I'm not sure, once again, I'm not sure what the camera's going to pick up across there, but you've got such a beautiful view of the city with the sailing boats in front. Got a couple of cargo ships over to the left-hand side and a cruise ship over to the right. But we're right across from the city. Well, thank you for the brief view of Williamstown here in Melbourne, the original port of Melbourne. This is Trev out. Have a good night. Thought I'd get a piping hot caffeinated beverage before I travel home. Cheers, guys.